we can proudly, without being boastful,
Yes.
we can proudly say it openly that we are proud to be the founding members of this organization.
Yeah.
We don't claim, we don't want to be seen. Our work speaks for itself, so
Yes.
we've contributed a lot. And we've done everything that was humanly possible to shape this organization, introduce it, push it, grow it, make sure that it's successful. The challenges that we overcame, the beautiful moments, we know. We had an opportunity of being deployed to the Gauteng provincial legislatures after the elections, and then we were then deployed to national parliament. So we have a background of governance, we have a background and the organizational memory, EFF, we still have it. Institutional memory is there, governance-wise, we understand what is expected or what was expected from us and all that stuff. So we've played our part really, and it was a very interesting journey.
Yeah. So what do you do now?
Now currently we are in the Patriotic Alliance.
So the reason I'm asking you what do you do now is I'm going to ask you a question that I ask almost everyone.
Yeah.
So of those non-negotiable pillars, and I'm asking you deliberately because you spent 11 years there, and that was the most formal and highest structures of any organization you've been. And as a founding father of that organization, you know where you wanted to take it. Of those 7 cardinal pillars that are unnegotiable, which of them have you carried in your bag you want to go and sell to the patriots of South Africa?
Well, I think there's also one thing that before we respond to that, we need to equally speak to. Our departure from the EFF had nothing to do with an organization itself. Or it would mean that we were basically fighting ourselves because we are the founding members of the organization.
Okay.
We'll be fighting our ideas, our baby, our brainchild. So that contradiction needs to be clarified.
Yeah, no.
Because
it's a safe space. It's a
because
safe space.
you would, even though we're not driven by social media and all that stuff, but you would follow some, useless debates and your name thrown around, and this one left EFF because he wanted to go to parliament. He did not go to parliament. My man, we formed this thing when we were in council. We were already in government. We sacrificed and followed something that had no logo. Why would we want to kill it simply because we wanted to go to parliament? We were in parliament, and the organization honored us, sent us to parliament. We went to parliament. So why would you want to fight it again to go back to parliament? Because you will go to parliament if you're supposed to go to parliament.
Sure.
So those are the things that we, as useless as they are, but if they are left unattended, they might send a wrong perception and a wrong picture painted about you. So I think that's one thing that needs to be understood.
No, let's unpack it in full.
Yes.
According to you, I correctly characterize that stage in your life, and according to you, what is it that you think could have led to your departure? Because like I say, I talk a lot about a dream deferred in my podcast because it's inspired by a book that I love very much at Thabo Mbeki. When a dream is deferred, people decide what is it that they do. And was it a case of the dream that I had? Is it being deferred, and what is to be done? And then you came to a decision on what needs to be done, or it was just you just woke up with a bomb, you can't belong here. Just put it into perspective for us. What had happened?
Our departure from the EFF was extremely personal, more than political. It was extremely personal. It was something that one could not stand or tolerate anymore. And rather than causing havoc and be responsible or contribute towards the downfall of an organization that you help form, wanted to think very hard. And the best solution was for one to leave, because I knew the things that I'm going through within the organization. As much as it would make sense to us to discuss them with the higher leadership. it would still be personal even if they are within a political space. And I'm old enough to realize that at some stage, one needs to appreciate if you come to a position or situation where you realize that it's either your mental health or the organization, and at the same time knowing exactly that the battles that you are fighting, even if they are within the organization, they are not political organizational battles. You are fighting certain people who are hell-bent on destroying. It doesn't matter what. So we knew what was happening exactly, and we've indicated earlier on, some of us, our battles were more personal, even though they happened within the environmental politics. They were more personal because there are people who have already taken a particular posture, a position when it comes to you. And there are incidents where you would organize a very huge event, whether it's a protest or it's a rally. And as you organize the success of this thing, there are people who are organizing the failure of the very same project. Ish. And we're not petty leaders that would always want to complain to the president and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We always knew that if we see these signs, get to confirm the suspicions, you might need now to start planning on plan B to say in case this one succeed with this one, we should be able to have plan B and cover the mess, because we didn't want to send a picture that seeks to suggest that there's disorganization in the organization, because at the center it will be me, because I'm the national organizer by then. So, but I would tell you now, without trying to be petty or otherwise, that there are a lot of incidents there where you would organize something and people organize you. When you are busy organizing this huge thing, people are organizing you. You would organize a big march in KZN, and senior leaders who serve in national would say, no, sifuna ukumbona ukuthi uzophelela phi lo Sindane wakho la kuse KZN asibone, and then that information comes, and then you get to confirm that indeed this thing, man, how can such a leader say this thing, go status inside leveling along with one? Can't we're not pushing the same thing here. Ish. And then I would even say to the leader of that province and say to him, my man, no, you know what, let's have plan B. Let's not unleash all our buses. Let's reserve 10. Then we'll unleash them after 30 minutes or an hour, so that they get a sense that they've won, this thing is about to fail. Then we'll only tell the other 10 buses to say follow. And then they will be shocked, where are these numbers coming from? Ish. Then we'll go and lead those people that we told to stay behind. Because we wanted to test, how do you confirm that people are excited, they want to see your downfall, which can be my downfall. If something doesn't go well in the organization, the picture that will be painted a bit, as much as it will be me in the forefront as an organizer who's organizing and putting the event together. But what about the brand of an organization, the brand that you are leading, an organization that you claim to love? Why would you go into such things? Who are you really sabotaging me? Is it me, the organization? Is there someone that you are dealing with, but you are trying to use the project that I'm responsible for to try and communicate your message? Or you start realizing, or just as we're dealing with a whole lot of people who've got their own interests separate from what we're trying to achieve. I mean, anyone who's full-time in politics obviously would want to grow. And we would not come here and want to behave like we never, we had no aspirations of leading differently from where we were leading, whether